Hey guys, it's Brandon Gustafson. Welcome to Assisted Living Investing. I'm happy you could be here to watch the next video on my channel and get to know me a little bit better. In this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about who I am, my background in healthcare, and how I got started in assisted living investing. I'm excited to share that information with you. I graduated from the University of Utah with a master's in business administration and a master's in healthcare administration in 2015. I've always been interested in healthcare. When I was in high school, I worked in a physical therapist's office and as an administrative intern, and really enjoyed that. I worked for large healthcare organizations, Fortune 100 companies, just huge companies. I've worked for nonprofits, I've worked for startups, and have gained a lot of really great experience working in the healthcare industry. And I love working in the healthcare industry because I get to help people. It drives me. It's something that I love doing. I love being in this industry and being able to help other people. It's why I got into healthcare and is what really interested me in getting involved in assisted living. In 2019, actually in June of 2019, I started really getting interested in investing in real estate and what that was like. My daughter got sick one day, and so I stayed home from church. I stayed home from going to a family dinner, and I read Rich Dad Poor Dad in one day. And like many of you, it changed my life. It just lit a fire underneath me to be like, this is what I want to do. I want to get involved in creating a better life for me and for my family. And after reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, I started going down a path that led me to where I'm at today. In May of 2020, I was getting bored with the pandemic. We were, 3 months into it at that point, and I just needed something to do. I'd gone through a lot of real estate investing type courses and gained a lot of knowledge there, and was getting pretty excited about it. And I had done some research in assisted living investing. I had read Gene Garino's book. I had found a few other books that helped me gain the knowledge that I wanted. But I had gone through this real estate course and gained a lot of experience through that and gained a lot of knowledge. But what I found is I could have all the resources available to me for free. I didn't need to pay for a course. And so I really started digging into YouTube and other resources, finding videos on how to do funding and how to operate a facility and how to run a facility and how to purchase a facility. A lot of that came from other YouTube videos, people that invest in assisted living, but also I was looking at things around multifamily investments and how to get involved in that, and drew a lot of parallels there and gained a lot of great experience. And what I found is I could find the resources online for free. And really, that's what I want to do with this channel, is create a resource for you so that you can do investing without trying to find a course, without trying to pay somebody thousands of dollars to gain the knowledge that you need to be successful in acquiring an assisted living facility. So like I said, in May of 2020, I started getting really serious about assisted living. I ended up partnering with my dad, who had money through a home equity line of credit, through a HELOC. And we were able to go and really start looking for a facility. I'm from Utah and kind of wanted to invest somewhere near me. And I found a facility in Draper, Utah, which is in the Salt Lake Valley. And I found it on a resource called LoopNet, and that's something I'm going to get into here in a future video. But I found that resource and I reached out to the broker. This was the first thing that I ever did. And I reached out to that broker. I had no idea what I was doing. I was actually driving to the chiropractor to get some work done on my back. I gave him a call, stumbled my way through the first phone call, found out what a non-disclosure agreement was, reached out to a lawyer friend of mine to make sure that a non-disclosure agreement was something that is real, that I could look at. Ended up signing that and got the financials in. And from there, I started building a calculator, which is a resource I'd love to share with you. Please comment below if you'd like to have access to that resource. And I'm going to have a video that I go over how to use it and how to work through it. But I got the numbers for this facility in Draper, Utah, and I started building this calculator and started analyzing the deal and trying to figure out what it was. Ultimately found out it just wasn't the deal for us. It wasn't going to give us what we wanted. It wasn't going to hit our allow us to hit our goals, our metrics that we had. But it was still an awesome experience to just reach out and have a conversation with somebody and just stumble my way through the process. And I caught the bug. I started reaching out to people. I started looking at deals. I got several deals on my plate just by looking at LoopNet and figuring out how to have a conversation and how to act like an investor. As we decided that this opportunity in Draper wasn't the opportunity for us, we decided to reach out to a real estate group that we were a part of, and a person that I had networked with in the past. And he introduced me to somebody else that was interested in real estate investing, specifically in assisted living. And I had a phone call with that individual, and we had a great conversation, and he let me know they were purchasing a facility in Denver, Colorado. And for those that don't have a map, Denver and Salt Lake City are relatively close, but it's about a 9-hour drive. Like it's not, it's not next door. It's still a distance. And I had a conversation with him, and he introduced me to his broker, because the people that they were purchasing their facility from actually had another facility that was for sale. We reached out to that broker, and we started developing a relationship. And this guy is a rock star. He's just fantastic to work with. He helped us through the process. He was incredible at helping us negotiate and helping us walk through the process of something that was so new to us. There was a facility in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we decided that that was something that we wanted to pursue. We signed the non-disclosure agreement with them, and we started moving forward in having conversations to purchase that facility. It was a 16-bed mental health facility, which, to be honest, I didn't realize, I never had clicked in my mind that there is a spot for mental health assisted living facilities. It makes total sense when you think about it, but it was not something that I had considered or even heard about in all my research. I was always focused on elderly care and what that was. But as we started digging into it, we decided that this was a great opportunity. It was a great way for us to get our feet wet and to move forward and purchase the facility. We started that process at the end of May of 2020, and we ended up closing on that deal in September of 2020. There were a lot of bumps along the way. We did SBA funding. Trying to find a lender was difficult. We talked to several lenders, probably 6 or 7, before we found a lender that we were comfortable working with and that was going to work with us, and that we could work together and get the deal closed that we felt comfortable with. We ended up going out. We drove out to Colorado Springs, which was about a 12-hour drive. I have 2 little girls. It was a long drive. I had to convince my wife to do it with me. It was a wonderful experience. We loved going out there. We loved seeing it. And we also had to deal with doing this in the middle of a pandemic. So getting into the house was tricky. Getting somebody in there to do the home inspection was a little bit tricky, but we were able to get it all done. We closed on that facility in September of 2020, and it's been just a wonderful blessing since then. I'm so grateful that we were able to close on that purchase and to own that facility now. It's not all been simple since we purchased the facility. It's a largely Medicaid facility, so we had to figure out what the Medicaid process was like. We had to go through the process of getting credentialed with Medicaid so that we could get reimbursed for our residents that stay there. And I'll get into the Medicaid process in a future video so you can understand what that's like and what it's like to be credentialed and what the reimbursement structure is like being a Medicaid facility and how you can operate as a Medicaid facility and make it work and just the hoops you have to jump through so that you have a good understanding of that. I'm going to get into all of that in future videos as well. But I'm going to get into all of that and teach you and share with you my knowledge and how we went through that process. As we were winding down the process with the purchase in Colorado Springs, I was kind of starting to get bored. I wanted to do it again. I loved the process of going and finding a deal and underwriting a deal and negotiating and working with the lender to close the deal. I just loved that part of the process of acquiring a facility and decided we wanted to do another one. I convinced my parents again, using that same HELOC. There was still some money available that we could purchase another one. We started looking on LoopNet, and then I had a conversation with our broker and found out that he could work kind of nationwide. And we narrowed our criteria down to something that worked for us, different cap rates and locations, did some research on which markets we were really interested in and where we wanted to work. And ultimately, we found an opportunity in Nampa, Idaho that we went under contract in October of 2020. And we started the process over again. And to be completely honest, it was super stressful to close out one deal and start another deal. I was super busy and trying to get that done. I have a full-time job. I was trying to work that full-time job and everything that entails. It was stressful. It was a lot of work, but I loved it. I loved being able to do that process and to purchase another facility. So we went under contract on that facility in Nampa, Idaho in October of 2020, and we started the process over again after closing on our facility in Colorado Springs. And we started over, and it was again another stressful process. We were in a different state now, so there were different rules and regulations and different governing bodies that we had to work with and different people we had to build relationships with. But it was still so much fun and so exciting. Our facility in Nampa, Idaho is actually a 16-bed facility as well. We did an addition and added 2 beds onto it. We did a conversion and added 2 beds into the facility so that we could have it up to 16 beds. And that facility is elderly care. It's also a Medicaid facility. And so I have experience working in Medicaid in multiple states and what it's like to go through that process. Again, I'm super excited to share that information with you. We closed on that facility in February of 2021, again on an SBA loan, different lender. We were able to work through things and get everything done, but it was still just exciting to do it and to learn that process and develop those relationships. We've owned that facility now since February of 2021, and things are going smoothly there. We gained so much experience from the first one that made doing the second one so much easier. And the purchase of this second facility has gone so much more smoothly. It's been just so much easier to know what to expect and how much money we needed to have in reserves and what that process was going to look like and how we could close the deal and get it done. And it's been so much fun to learn the process. Since then, we try to visit one of those facilities every other month, and we have weekly conversations with our facility administrators to make sure things are running smoothly and that they have all the things that they need and that they're able to run and operate efficiently and keep our residents safe, and so that we can serve our residents, which is something that is what I wanted to get into assisted living for. And I'm able to fulfill that dream and receive this great satisfaction that comes from caring for other people and providing a place for them to live and have the things that they want to have and live the life that they want to live. And it's so much fun. It's so exciting to be able to do that. And I'm so excited to share this process with you so that you can do the same thing for your facility. Now, I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, wow, this guy has a lot of healthcare experience. He's worked in healthcare in the past, and that's why he was able to be successful. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to have that experience. You can do it without the experience in healthcare. My dad works in the construction industry. He loves it as well. He's gotten so involved and he loves having the houses. He loves being able to care for the residents. My wife, my kids love it. My mom loves it, who's involved. We've taken my siblings to our facilities and let them get to know the residents. And it's so much fun to be able to do that and let them see those people and develop those new relationships. It's so meaningful. You can do this. You don't have to have experience in healthcare. As long as you're passionate about it and you want to help make a difference in the lives of people around you, you'll be successful. You can do it. I promise you can do it. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to love the journey. You're just going to love it. It's going to be so much fun. So that's my background. That's who I am. That's my experience. That's how I got into assisted living. That's my story. I love working in assisted living. I love owning these facilities and having the opportunity to serve these people and work with them on a daily basis and get to think about them and how I can help them and all of those things and how I can help them and make their lives better. It's so much fun. I'm so excited to share this information with you. I've shared my journey with you. I'm so excited to get more in depth in how I can help you along this process, help you along this journey, and help you learn and be compassionate about this just the same way that I am. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, especially comment if you want some of those resources that I was talking about, the calculator, how to use LoopNet, how to navigate the Medicaid process, how to work with a lender, how to interact with a broker, all of those things. It can be awkward, it can be difficult, but I'm here to help you with it. Make sure you comment what you want to learn about so that I can see those and make videos that are what you want, what you need on your journey to becoming a successful owner of an assisted living facility. It's going to be great. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you and get to know you a little bit better and continue building this community. I'm so excited to see what we can do together. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.